Aloha. Happy July, what, 3rd? July 3rd to everybody. Guess where we are right now? We are on Kuhio, across from International Marketplace, but we walk by this courtyard here all the time and we rarely come in, but there's a number of places in here I want to talk to you guys about. Wait till a few more of you come on and we'll just do a little quick walk around, and we're actually on our way to Sam's. But I wanted to say Ala Moana Mall because we may walk that way and come back to Sam's. But in this little courtyard here, obviously you have Konos, and then right around the corner you have Surf and Tacos right around the corner, and that's the donut shop there. It sells $50 donuts. But inside this little courtyard right here, you walk by it quite easily and just walk past it. But I've only had a bite of what was in there, but it's very, very popular, especially with the Japanese. This is that foot and leg massage place I was telling you guys about before. And now I've had like 4 or 5 people go in there. Some of those people that were here a couple weeks ago, friends of mine, they went in there and they loved it. Great, great foot massage. This is the Kuhio Banyan. It's actually this whole area here. It's like a hotel, and it's cheap. It's really, really cheap. But I don't think it's even a place that even Waikiki Wendy Silva would go. That's Ibi Nomi right over there. The Ibi Nomi. That's one of the really, really popular garlic shrimp places around here in town. They have either peeled garlic or unpeeled garlic, but they say that's some of the best garlic shrimp around. I actually think Wendy, now that I think about it, I think she actually went in there. And there's tiger sugar. It's very, very popular for desserts and yogurts and ice creams. So let's see who's on. Aloha Christy and Linda and Cheryl Valentini, Cheryl Mack, Nancy Edwards. Good to see you. Aloha Patty, Stream Killer. Good to see you. So it's just right across the street from International Marketplace. But when you come here, you'll walk right past here all the time. And then Marigame Udon is right around the corner here. So let's just go that way. I had to come down here and get a couple little things at Waikiki Market. And just to give you some bearings again, that's Marigame Udon. That's the place you want to go. You want to download their QR, order from here, order online on your phone. You'll get your stuff in minutes. That's the secret spot. Really good happy hour. That's the Lalo Inn, and right up, or Lalo Hotel, I should call it. I always call it Lalo Inn. And right up there is called the Hideout. That's their music venue and bar. It's really, really good. And then, of course, there's the Kuhio Food Hall. They have like 13 different restaurants in there. Some of the best barbecue around. Some of the worst pizza around, though, too. Bonsai Burgers right there. And, of course, the obligatory ABC store every block. Aloha, Sandy. Allison, good to see you. Mari Rowe. And without an E, Vivian. Good to see you. I better zip my pants up since they're down. Let me do that. Diane, good to see you. Sandy, did you see that one of the members who is here right now, they gave a shout out to one of your favorite places, the Cuckoo Coconuts. That's Paia Fish Market. That's Basalt, which is a restaurant inside of Duke's Lane right there. And that's inside of Duke's Lane. That's a favorite down there for good, affordable plate lunches. Teriyaki chicken. I actually had what did I have? I had their pork belly the other day. And this, of course, is the Ohia Sweets. Right there. Lance, Mr. In Between. Brother, how are things going on the homestead? I just saw your message yesterday. I just replied to you. Yeah, I just went straight live. I was trying to go live on YouTube as well, and I'll be darned if that YouTube it's now not even YouTube, it's actually Firefox. But I don't want to get you guys too caught up in the minutia of that. This used to be called the Tiki something. I think the Tiki Lounge, if I remember right. Maybe one of you people will know. But they've changed it. It's now the meeting spot. Aloha Wanda and Dan and Tatiana. Aloha Linda, Allison Carter again. And there's Starbucks, the absolute best Hawaiian coffee in all of Hawaii. Glad to see all of you on here. Wow, 57 people. I didn't think there'd be many people. I figured today it would be because of because of the holiday. Are you guys going to be around this weekend? Better mate, I didn't get to reply to you before. Ah, that's good to hear. Man, there's just been some health issues with, I mean, just like the last 3 or 4 days, I mean, an onslaught of health issues from people around the world that I know. They're just, you know, from all over the place. Health is important, guys. It is important. Even when you seem to like to do things all the right things, you know, stay in shape, don't smoke, don't, you know, drink very little alcohol, don't smoke, don't do, eat all the right things, exercise every day, take all the right supplements, all that type of stuff. Man, you could still wreak havoc on your health. Right down there is, this is actually something to point out here too. This is, I know you guys are familiar with this, I'll just remind you, but this is the Hyatt Centric. There's a Hyatt Place, which is right down the street, about almost the same distance in the middle of where International Marketplace is, about right back behind Marriott. This Hyatt is almost as expensive and sometimes more expensive than the Hyatt Regency Beach Resort. It really is. No balconies. They do have balconies on the Hyatt Place hotel, but not this one. And that's it. Has a small, clean, very nice new lobby. It's very nice, but it is not, that is not like the Hyatt Beach Resort. Ross is right down there, and straight down through here is the entrance to the Royal Hawaiian Entertainment Center, and then right to the right over there is the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center. How many of you guys remember this place right here? It is dilapidated, and I keep hearing all kinds of things about they're going to start doing the renovations on this. But this place right here, right around this corner, actually right through that fence, right through there, was one of the best Vietnamese spots around. I mean, it was delicious. They had a bar in here. I think they had 2 bars in here, a number of restaurants, eateries, but that Vietnamese restaurant there was great. But they're supposed to be redoing that location, doing the full rebuild. See right down through there, that's the Royal Hawaiian. And then you can see the Royal Hawaiian Pink Hotel. And we are at Lucy's, one of Lucille's favorite lawns. And while we're here, and I know someone who is watching needs to see this, look. Say hello to you-know-who. You have chicken on your face, and you have a sardine on the side of your nose, I can tell. You know who's watching, don't you, Lucille? You know who needs to see you. How you feeling today? You all fat and happy? I'll just let her do her thing real quick, and then we'll be on our way. Oh, is Mara number 5 not feeling great? All right. Good girl. You say hi to her again? I'm gonna boop her once. Boop, there you go. All right. The person that needed to see that or wanted to see that saw it, so that's what's important. So I'm going to walk to Sam's Club. We can go through Ala Moana Mall if you want to, or we could just go straight down here to Kapiolani and then down like we did a few weeks ago. Or if you want to go the long way, we can go down towards the marina, past Hilton Hawaiian Village. It's really the long way around, not the way I normally walk. But if you just want to see more stuff, we could do that. Or if you want to just walk straight down Trujillo right here, we could do that. We could also walk down Ala Moana Mall, Alawai up here, but I don't want to do that. That's kind of ugly and boring. This is the, I'm thinking you guys want to know this type of stuff, even if you want it just for reference. That's the McDonald's, which has a dirty secret that it is either open 24 hours a day or it's not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. That's just a regular, that's like a bodego right there, Bordego. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, right there. It's open till late. I think it's open till like 11 o'clock. And that's the gelato place. We have a number of times we walked around a few of their locations. And right here is Aloha Amigo. Oh, you had to cancel your trip? Who's canceling their trip? I didn't see that. Walk how I normally go. All right. We may dip down. That's the drive right into Sheraton, Waikiki. Then also down this road is a new place. Well, this is the road right here. This is called Royal Hawaiian. This is the road where all the trolleys will pick you up and drop you off. Right there where that big white truck is on the left, right in front of that is where you get the kiosk for the Waikiki trolley passes. If you don't go inside the little mall there. And as you guys know, there's Aloha Amigo right there. They're closed from 2 to 4. I know, it's crazy that they do that. But that's Aloha Amigo right there. I think Austin's right inside here. Here's their menu. And someone said they did something new to their menu. Let me see right here. Let's see, did they put that? Oh, they did. Look at that. Look at that. They do have that. They do. So they did not take the... They did take those bell peppers off. But look at that sizzling iron, surf and turf. That may be what... Oh, you know what? That may be what... who was that? Steve was talking about? But look at that sizzling iron, surf and turf, $48. 1 pound American Wagyu ribeye for $85, now $75. Strip steak. But there's a... I didn't see that pepper on there. Maybe that stuffed pepper, I just can't see it on there, or maybe it's just a one-time or a not all the time thing. Here's the Malia. That's where Cat Roy stayed. If you've seen some of their reviews, that's their location right here. It's right on Kuhio, 1 street off of Kalākaua. Right here on the right-hand side is the Courtyard by Marriott. This is an older property. I think this used to be the Holiday Inn. The new Holiday Inn is down there, but I think this was the former Holiday Inn. But it has big, long balconies on it. It's a pretty good location. And there's the IHOP, one of 2 I know of. One of 2 IHOPs I know of. Oh no, I think there's 3. I think there's one here and one over there by the DoubleTree as well. And then this is Lures. Lures goes right into the Waikiki Beach Walk, right down there. And then if you look at this gray building right there at the very top, that third, right straight there, 3rd floor up there is Genius Lounge, and right below it is the Oyster House. And right over here is Surf Jack. We've talked about the Surf Jack a number of times. Let me just show you the front of it, because we always point to it, and we don't go walking down here very often. Lance, there's a restaurant. You may know it because it's been around here for a long time. I'll show it to you in just 1 second. But see, you can kind of see in there now. See the Surf Jack? That's that wood frame building, or that wood faced hotel there. They have a pretty nice little pool there. Very family oriented, but it's they have big balconies and walk arounds. It opens up out to the air. It opens up to outside, I should say. But they have a Arvo. It's ARVO. That's the little cafe there in that that's little skinny building here. Down there on the bottom, it's an Arvo. It's a really good deli sandwich, craft sandwich place. They make juices. And this place right here, it's open and closed, open and closed, open and closed. But this is a place that Smashburger place that Wendy just can't seem to say too much about or enough about. I have not tried it myself, but we need to try it. Are there Moby mats? You mean the You talking about the cars, the autonomous cars? Maybe I read that wrong. I don't know. Just put it back in the comments. Now we're in my hood. Yeah, there she is. So I think, yes, that's a place you've talked about a lot, but man, I've seen it closed more often than opened. This area down here is a great place to live. It's quieter because there's not a lot of commerce down here. The only commerce really is Dean and DeLuca, and then the Island Country Market right there. And that Island Country Market, although it is sizable in space, it doesn't have a full service deli counter like Duke's Lane. And that's often the misconception that it does. Oh, doggone it, Lance, I didn't show you. Let me step out here. Yeah, I'll have to do it another time. There's a Thai restaurant up on the second floor right above that ABC store. It's called Thai Siam. Man, it's really, really good. I've not eaten there probably a year and a half. But man, is it really good. It's super, super authentic Thai. But every time I see that sign, Lance, I think of you. So there's the Island Country Market. That's just an upscale ABC store, as many of you know. That's the place that took over the, what's the name of that really popular old school diner, coffee diner over there across from Hilton Hawaiian Village. They took over that spot. And that's also the same name, same people own it. No, this is not a rob. This is the anti-Robbie and Stabby area, man. That's Ritz-Carlton right there. What's the name of the area to live? It just depends on, I don't know if you're asking if where's the place that I live or the place to live. There's lots of different places. Depends on your price range, what you want. I mean, living down here, the only thing is that I walk down to International Market, Waikiki Market, Target area twice a day, 3 times a day. You know, I go down there because I need to get, cash back or things like that. But I go in there often. I go walk down there for the Starbucks. I don't go in the Dina DeLuca very much. And then from here, this street over, it's just not as retail rich, I should say, as going back the other way. Going back the other way towards International Marketplace, Duke's Lane, all that, Kuhio food court. See, all that is residential. All this going ahead of us is residential, with the exception of Four Paddles and the Holiday Inn that's up here. Yeah, there you go, Wailana. I don't know why I can't ever remember that, Wailana. Yes, guard dog. See this place right here? It's all boarded up and burnt out. There's people who live in that. There's another building, almost, I think it's right on this street. I think it is. If you go straight that way, it is actually burnt out. It actually caught on fire, and I mean, it's not burnt to the ground, of course. There's still a structure there, but people live in it. They got power, water running to it, and a couple of places don't even have a door. That's a fact. That's the world's ugliest new hotel built right there. It's a Marriott vacation ownership property. And that's the Ala, and right straight through there, if you see those mountains back there, that's the Manoa Falls and Manoa Valley back in there. And right straight through here, if you stayed on this street and just went straight through there, you'd go down Saratoga. Saratoga will take you right down to the beach, just beside Outrigger Reef. And then back this way, if you see that street right there where the lights are and the cars are crossing right straight through there, that's Kalākaua. So Saratoga and Kalākaua. The reason that's a notable corner is that right on that corner, or in that corner area, is the main post office. So if you're buying a bunch of souvenirs, you want to ship them back, that's the place to do it, because there's almost no other spot that you could do that other than shipping out through the business center at your hotel, and often that's pretty expensive. But also on that corner is Arnold's, the tiki bar, old-fashioned tiki bar. Also eggs and things, and a couple of tattoo shops for Sandy if you're interested. So how many of you guys are going to be around? Like, type in a 1 if you want to do a stream tomorrow or Saturday. I don't know what the Americans usually use 4th of July as just a big party excuse, which is great that they do it. I'm not, it's another day to me. I mean, I respect its meaning, but that's the LaCroix. And the Luana is right across, right on the other side of the LaCroix is the Luana Hotel. Hotel and residences. This is the Holiday Inn. Bloody oath, darn right. Both days. It's the Holiday Inn Express. It's a nice little place. They don't have balconies, I don't think. No, unless they have internal balconies. I thought they did. I'll look when I get up here. But it's a nice looking hotel. They keep it very clean here. You'll notice there's very little trash on the ground. There are a lot of leaves just because the trees they plant here and they have here growing natively just drop leaves a lot. But they do a good job cleaning them up. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Nice little common area in there. Nice little pool for the fish. Water feature. So let's look back. I could have swore no, I guess they don't. Yeah, they don't. It looks a lot like the Pacific Monarch, doesn't it? Kind of the architecture, and like the Hawaii Monarch right over here on the corner. And they actually did change the name of this hotel. It is the Ambassador again, but it is a Roamer hotel. Remember, it used to be called the Roamer at the Ambassador Hotel. And I heard some people talking about this bar in here, this Favorite Son. I don't have any personal experience there, but I heard it was really good. They had a good time there. I think they have a favorable happy hour. Maybe Wendy will go try it out. There's a Luana property. I've heard nothing but good things about Luana. I have no experience with it and no other knowledge other than what some of you have told me about. Yeah, those are big fish. big fish. Man, it is piping hot, huh, Lucille? We'll take the long way around. We'll go down by Hilton Hawaiian Village and in front of Ilikai. Because otherwise just walking into Waikiki is kind of boring on Kapiolani, at least that part of Kapiolani. That's Fort DeRussy Park right there. I'm not sure what they're going to turn that parking lot into, but they keep threatening to turn it into something new, something good. And almost all these buildings here are residential. Right through these fences here, almost all of those. Of course, the exception is right through there, which is the Ambassador. Right there's the Ambassador, but almost all of those are residential. That's Fort DeRussy right there. And Fort DeRussy goes all the way back over there to the Halekoa, the military hotel, which you can just barely see over the top of that green awning roof right there, that beige building right on the other side. That's the Halekoa. And then from this tall building right dead center of the screen, from there over to that other building right to this side of the Ilikai, which is that light blue building, That's all the Hilton Hawaiian Village compound. Right up here on the right, I won't go over there, but right, yeah, actually, let's see, can I? No, I better not. No, I can't. Actually, I have to. So right up here on the right is the food court, or the food truck compound that we've gone to a number of times. Right over there, right back behind by that blue van, right there is that Vietnamese? I don't even want to say it's Vietnamese. I think it's Vietnamese, Thai, and Filipino. They have all types of dishes over there. Yep, tomorrow night there'll be, it's at the, you know, I don't think that they're doing anything special. They might be at Hilton Hawaiian Village. As many of you know, every Friday night at 8 now, this time of year it's 8, usually 8, it's 7:45 or 8 o'clock. At this time of year it's 8. They have the fireworks. I don't think they're doing anything special, but Hawaii itself is crazy about fireworks. They bring in a bunch of illegal fireworks from China. They make a bunch of them here. And sadly, I don't know if you recall, but 2 years ago, I think it was, there was a big mishap over in, well, I can't remember the name of the place where it was. In any case, there was a big mishap, so they've kind of cracked down on the illegal fireworks in so much as they can. I don't want to do the live stream of the fireworks just because Lucille just does not like them. She's, you know, I prefer not to leave her, because when I do, she still hears them. I mean, for gosh sakes, look at her ears. They could be 10 miles away, she'd hear them. I've taken her a few times. I just put my hand, I plug her ears up, but it's still, you know, the percussion doesn't like it. Yeah, New Year's. Was it last year's, Wendy? Okay. There's a Doubletree Hotel. And then the Aqua Palms has a hotel right up here on the right-hand side, as does Ramada around the corner. It is Ramada, right? There's the Kalākaua. It's just a beautiful park. It's walked right past those ducks. Just chilling, doing nothing, just eating bugs and grass. Bugs and grass, bugs and grass. Oh, you know what, Diane, that does sound, Ava, that sounds right. It is windy. It's less windy now than what it was earlier, for sure. There's all the different, I think that's the Islander, the far left building right there. That's the Islander. And then the Tapa Ali'i Tower's on the other side over there. And then the Lagoon Tower and the Waikiki Tower right over here. And then that, of course, right in the front of us with the plane flying right behind it is Ilikai. Yeah, the drone art shows, Tatiana, I like those. I'd seen them before, but it had been like maybe 2 years, and I don't know if the show that I'd seen before was just rudimentary or they'd made that much advancement in technology, which probably was more likely the case. It was amazing. And it was so accurate. The one that I'd seen 2 years prior was not here in Hawaii. It was in La Jolla. And it wasn't as finessed. You know, they weren't as accurate. They weren't as precise, I guess is the best word, where, you know, the drones would line up and they're off just a little bit, but you're looking at super bright lights on a black sky. So anything that's an error in alignment or movement is really going to show it off. But it was at that time, I mean, people were blown away, like, oh my gosh, that is the most wonderful thing. But man, I'm telling you, that drone show for Spam Jam, that was crazy. You could kind of tell because of my stupid comments. But it was quite amazing. It would be neat if they had kind of a combination of both, like, you know, drones to one side and fireworks to the other. You know, I know obviously they can't get too close together, but it'd be kind of cool to see that. That road goes into one of my favorite neighborhoods. Hobron neighborhood. Wendy, you'd like that neighborhood for sure. Super quiet, very clean, you know, almost no trash, and it's almost self-contained because it would be because they have several retail shops here. They have the Island Country Market right there, but they also have like a little, it's not a Foodland, it's a smaller version of Foodland, just inside there, a grocery store. But you just feel so, you know, enclosed because it's tall buildings all around and just small little parks in that little neighborhood. And the neighborhood is only like 4 small blocks, right straight through there. And you just go one more block over that way and you're on, or actually 2 more blocks that way, and you're on the canal street, the canal bridge to go over to Kapiolani into Honolulu. There's that beautiful statue. Let's see if there are any babies, any baby ducks. I feel bad walking up here each time because they think I have something. Any babies to show off today, guys? Nope. All right. Man, there are a bunch of ducks back behind that sculpture as well. You guys want to? Nah, I don't want to say. Never mind. There's the other IHOP right there. There's a Mai Tai's Bar and Grill over there. There's also a Mai Tai's in Ala Moana Mall. Man, that doesn't sound bad to go in there and have a beer. Man, it's so hot it is. And then the Aqua Palms, that hotel right there. They have another location, as many of you know, over there right across from the Wayfinder Hotel. They're going to tear this down, Hilton is, and they've been planning on it for years, but they're going to tear it down and put up another, you guessed it, vacation ownership tower. I've said that a number of times before, that Gangnam Style is a nice Korean restaurant, but they have an American breakfast restaurant right beside it. Very, very popular. There's Goofy's. How many of you have been to Goofy's before? That's a cool place just to go. It's just kind of open air, but man, their food quality is really, really good. That's the Ramada I was telling you about, right straight through there. You see the entrance. Lamperts. You want Lamperts? What is it you hope it doesn't get approved? Did I miss something? Did you ask me a question? What's something different, Lance? I think I missed what you said. Yeah, that Kobe, it's been closed for years. I don't know why they have such problems with this fountain. You'd think for the type of money. Aloha, Steve. Oh, the new tower. Yeah, trust me, it'll be approved. What Hilton says here goes. Oh, by the way, you guys probably didn't hear about it because it's so local, but it will affect all of you guys. The HTA, the entire board resigned today. The entire board of the HTA. This building right here, there are a number of those buildings, I'm sorry, of those units, that square building right there, and these Discovery Bay units that are in Airbnb and VRBOs. So, as I've said this before, and I know you guys know this, I'll just say it again. Oh, another big, yeah, just for something different. When you look up Airbnbs and VRBOs, they don't give you the exact address till you actually do your booking. Then they'll give you the exact address. They'll give you the region and the neighborhood. But if you look at the outside of these buildings and you look at the shapes of the windows and the colors of this place here are very telling, very easy to stand out. You'll be able to tell where those Airbnbs are just by looking at the photos that they put on the profile page. But if you're looking in this area, that's probably where they're going to be on this side of the street. Then on the other side of the street will be here at Ilikai. But I think they're very proud of Ilikai, and I think that they list it as just flat out saying Ilikai Marina or Ilikai Hotel location right there. Oh, the Hawaii Tourism Association. It's not them that is corrupt. It's well, I shouldn't say it. I don't know that any of them are corrupt, but the politicians that approve approve the laws, pass the laws, propose the laws, and then implement them. That whole thing is corrupted. And you don't know which one is actually doing it, but if there's a governor and it's happening on his watch, he's part of it. And they just, I don't know if all of you were on the stream yesterday. Was it? Yeah, yesterday. But the tax is going up from 10.25% to 11% in January. And I promise you, that's an isolated cost. Obviously, you'll see it on your room reservation. You'll see it on your your bill. But I promise you, hotels are going to use that as an excuse to raise other things, because psychologically, if it goes up $10, it's no different if it goes up $40. And I'm just making those numbers up, and obviously I don't know, but I promise you, just check your reservations. I mean, do a lookup on a reservation now, and then look at it in a few weeks or a few months when January gets closer, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They're going to use that as an excuse. Right straight through here is the Harbor Pub, right there on the right. And that's the harbor right over there. We haven't been over there in a few days. I didn't stream the other day, did I? No. Yeah. And then Chart House is right around the corner there too. And there's Red Lobster. It's been around forever. So what happened was the governor was not happy with what the board was doing, and he asked for the resignation. They all resigned today at 3 o'clock, or not 3 o'clock, at 10 o'clock today. They all resigned. Yeah, Hawaii Tourism Authority, that's what it is. But the thing is this, is that they're all corrupt. I mean, it's not like I do have a political leaning, but I don't have a political dog in this fight, because I don't care. But the point is that when you have one of the most feature-rich, capital-rich, and tourism-rich environments around, and I'm talking about all the islands. I'm talking about Hawaii across the board. And you have some of the worst healthcare, some of the worst education systems, some of the worst streets. It's crazy. It's crazy that they have that, and they tax and they fee and charge the heck out of you, the transient visitor. And that money does not go down to the place that should. I mean, I don't want to get too political, but we've talked about that before. That's Discovery Bay. It's sickening because you see, you know, the homeless. The homeless should have, regardless of what your political leanings are, the homeless should have little mini tiny homes. You know, not the fully fledged tiny homes, but like the ones they started doing in, I think it was in Palm Desert or Palm Springs, California, or something. Small little houses. They can get hosed out, you know, but they have a nice, they're enough to give you structure and a clean place to live. They have communal showers there, but they have a TV, a sink, a little mini refrigerator, a bed. You know, they're like it's like a tiny, tiny home. But because they have so much money here, every homeless person should have one, or a lot of them, I should say. Being realistic, they should have that. They should not have graffiti and crap all over the ground. They should have a cop on every second or third corner. And what they try to do is, that's kind of what they try to do at the ambassadors. If you guys walk around Waikiki, you see the green shirted Waikiki ambassadors, and people mistake them as some sort of a civil servant, and they're not. They're a private company. But they should have people like that are stewards of the feelings and the rules and laws and stuff like that around Waikiki and all over on Maui and Kona and Hilo, everywhere. Hello, Rhonda and Marie, Cheryl Ray. It's crazy. We've talked about it before, but if they just took, and they have this extra money, I guarantee you they have this extra money, because they'll use a strike as an issue, as an excuse to raise the profits. Didn't he say that he got a slip? I think that's his slip right there. I just looked over. I think that's Oliver's slip. It's called Phoenix, right? I don't think that's, oh, I bet it is. It's straight through there, right straight in the middle. You see where this second slip, you see where that little tiny sunfish sailboat is right now, and that Hatteras, and then right behind that open slip. That's where his boat usually is. He's either out sailing or it may be on the second slip over, because that looks like it could be his boat, white boat with a blue stripe. There's no way for me to know. I can't see that far. It's crazy how they have, they bring in this much money. They have millions, 30 million, 38 million people visit, the amount of revenue they bring in. And that's what a lot of locals' arguments are, that a lot of these companies, or almost all these hotels are owned, and the money goes off island, and they're right, but the tax money doesn't. The tax money stays right here. But there's so much corruption, so much waste, so much disparity in how that money is used. If they just took, and I've said this before, if they just took like a $2 out of every reservation and put that towards certain renovations, and had a panel of people, that's really what the city council, those people should be doing, but they're not doing their job worth a darn. They're just not. I think Waikiki, I keep saying Waikiki, but it should be all the towns. They should be as clean and up to date, and you kind of like the beauty and romance of Haleiwa being rough like it is, but it's still clean, still taken care of. You don't see a bunch of trash everywhere, and you don't see a bunch of homeless, but you see that in Waikiki for sure. But if they took, and I've said this before, this is what my plan would be. I'd take 7 people that the people vote for. I would insist that it was like certain mix-up, like maybe, not politicians. Maybe have one politician, one mayor from each of the cities, or the biggest cities, I should say. Of course, that'd be more than 7. But just pick it, have the people across the island pick the 3 mayors, and then pick one person from, 2 people from the business community, and 2 people from like the entertainment hotel industry, and have them put on a panel and take that $2 a reservation, take that money and spend it the way that they see fit on, and have them serve 1-year terms or 2-year terms. 2 years is enough to get something done. But man, you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars they should be able to put to good use, and they just don't. But every year they raise the rate, saying, "Oh, we need it for this." That's that. What's the tax? It's not the VAT tax. Maybe one of you guys know. The HAT tax. It's going up to 11%. It's crazy. Hello, Kathy. You'll start over. I think doing away with institutions in the, what was it, the 80s? Early 80s, I think that was one of the worst things we ever did. A lot of them do. A lot of people who are, there was somebody who had a post about the homeless, and I let the comments go a little bit just because I wanted to see what people's impressions were. And it's not demeaning the people who have a different view just because they hear certain things, and they read it and they believe it, and that's just how things are. But they're like, all the people that are over there, like most of them are veterans that were just kicked out, and then that's not 100% not true. And the vast majority are people who are given one-way tickets from someplace, and that may have been done a couple of times, but it was done legitimately by Santa Monica. They did that in the early 80s. They famously took it wasn't even a plane full of them, and gave them tickets, a one-way ticket over here. But that was years ago. That's not happened now. And most of them that I am aware of, and I'm around them all the time, just have mental health issues, And there's not a lot of, not like in the mainland where you see like Native Hawaiians that are homeless. There's a lot of them that are, but it's because they don't have families, or there's a mental health issue, or they just choose to, they just choose to be homeless. Well, there's something else. While I was saying that, I was trying to trying to buy some time to think about what it was what else is going up. There's something else going up. I can't think what it is. What? Dang it! I'm drawing a blank. That's right, Cheryl Ray. Yeah, that's Ala Moana Mall, Ala Moana Beach, Ala Moana Beach Park, and that's Magic Island straight back through there. Do you guys want to go to Mai Tais and have a longboard before I go to Sam's? Man, I put that in my mind. Now I can't get it out. We haven't been to Mai Tais before, have we? Have we gone up there on the 4th floor? Oh yeah, we went in there to the sugar factory, didn't we? I think, yeah, we've gone up there before. Yeah. And if you ever find yourself over here, if you're going to be walking over here, you're probably walking from where I just walked, from Waikiki to Ala Moana Mall. So there's really no reason for you to do what I'm about to tell you, but I want you to know about it for sure. Do you see that first signal right there where the green light is? There on the right is a food truck compound, a little small one, maybe 5 trucks, but one of the trucks in there is the Paia Fish Market, the same place that's on Kuhio. And there's also the only way I know to say it's a gourmet pizza place, pizza Italian kind of a food truck, and it looks really, really nice. It looks really nice in there. But if you're walking over this way, you're not going to stop over there. I mean, if you want Paia Fish Market, you're going to get it on Kuhio. You're going to go into the food court. The food courts here, there's 2 official food courts. There's kind of like a third kind of a hanky kind of or janky kind of a food court. But the first one on the first floor is just massive. On the 3rd floor, it's a little bit bigger. It's probably a quarter the size. So if you're coming over here, you're going to get lunch there. But you can kind of see, you see those flags are flying right there, that pink kind of an awning, the green awning, that's what I'm talking about. And then right there's the Ala Moana Mall, Ala Moana Hotel right there. You want to have a Mai Tai? I can show you where it is. I'm kind of thinking that I do want one, you know? Yeah, let's do that. We'll go up there, we'll see how it is. We'll see if they... Have we been there before? Have I taken you into Mai Tais or no? I kind of thought I did. This is a really cool music venue. It's a sports bar during the day, but they have, you know, really good live music there, and they do literally draw in some good musical acts because their stage is so good. It's not just like a stage at the hotels, you know, a little stage and that's it. It's quite. It's big. It has a light grid on it, a big soundboard, everything. Oh my gosh, the slowest escalator in the world. Yeah, that's right. Steve remembers. Oh my goodness. I could pull myself with my teeth up the side of this wall quicker than this escalator is. This is the way we should have come up. We should have come up this back way to go across this parking lot. It's kind of a service area. They don't encourage you to take these stairs. I mean, it's not wrong to do it, but they just don't encourage you to take them. There's kind of a nice view up here though. You can see it over here better. You see, this is kind of the backdrop for many of the restaurants. Vivian. Look at the water. Water looks so nice. I don't know if you can see. It's probably too far. I need to put Lucille away, at least to go in there. So let me give me 1 second, guys. I know you don't want to go in there, Lucille, but it'll be just for a minute. They'll be okay. I just don't want that doorman to say anything about you. What I was going to say earlier, and I didn't end up saying it, well, I want to say it now. You know those monk guys who walk around and they act like they can't speak English, and they hold out those little bracelets, and then they hand you a card that says, "Hello, would you like to you know, support the Tibetan scam is all it is. I mean, it's just a scam, because I've seen them several times sitting down smoking cigarettes around the corner back behind some of the hotels, and just talking and things like that. You know, speaking English, broken English, but still English. The other day I was walking right in front of International Marketplace, and I'm rude as heck to them. I'm not rude on the streams. I don't think I have been, but I'm rude when I see them, because it's a total scam. And what they do is they'll put it on the wrist of like a mother and a daughter, and then the father feels, you know, obligated, pays them $40 or $20 for these, and then, you know, say, oh, thank you very much, and they'll hand them to you. So you put them on your hand. So he hands it out to me like that, and I didn't have a gimbal going. I had Lucille and her carrier here, and I just picked up and said, oh man, thank you very much, gracias amigo, put it on my arm, started walking away, and he goes to tag my arm. I said, no man, thank you very much. I just kept walking. I know it's not probably the right thing to do, but heck with those guys, screw them. All right, let's see if this guy won't say anything. I don't think he will. We'll step out of the way, or sit out of the way. But I'm just going to walk in here a little bit and turn around and let you see what this place is. Now look how big it is over here. Walking this far in, but they have a huge bar. We'll go sit at this end over here, out of the way of everybody. But see how big it is? Lots of good seating, and then it goes straight all the way back that way. So let me sit at a place where it's not going to be intrusive to anyone. I think back over that way. Let me do that. I want to be a marked man. I want to be the guy that they say, man, don't approach that guy. He'll take your stuff. You know what I mean? That's how I want them to think. I'll put it out this way. I don't think they're going to say anything. I've been here before with the girls. They don't say anything about Lucille. So have you guys been here before? Yeah, it's huge. It's you know, it's a little place outside of Waikiki, which is good. Hi there. Do you have longboard?
We do. Yeah.
I'll have a longboard, please. Yeah, thank you. It's out of Waikiki. You know, it's I think there's a couple bars in the food court area. I'm not sure, but this is the one that they play a lot of sports on the TVs, and then they have live music, which is right back behind me. Yeah, look, I'll just pan over this way a little bit. Look at how big it is. And they have a full service restaurant too. Let me show you. And Olive Garden is right over there. California Pizza Kitchen is right here. Let me show you. So they have their happy hour stuff. All right, thank you very much. So their happy hour is, oh, look at that. They have 2 happy hours. So live music from 8 to 11. So their happy hour from 4 to 7, $10 specialty drinks. Oh, half off their food. I don't know what their beer and wine specials are, or beer and wine specials are. Fish tacos, $22. Garlic shrimp, $24. Loco Moco. I've not eaten. I've only had their burgers here, I think, that I can remember. I know I've had other things here, but it was just on the run type stuff, you know. Oh, watermelon Mai Tai. Wow, that sounds good. Lahaina Mai Tai, mango sunrise, lychee sunrise. Check out Lucille. She thinks she's getting some food. She thinks if she puts her arm up on the table like she's expecting food, that she'll get some somehow. Boy, that's nice and cold. I didn't order you one thing, Lucille. Sorry. And she had a lot of water before she left. So before you start saying give her, give her water. Are you wanting them to know you're ready to eat? You got your arm up there ready to go? Just bring a plate of nachos or something? Where was it that someone was telling me about their nachos? Oh man, it was just yesterday. They said they have really good. Oh man, it's going to hit me. So, because I started making a list of all the places that we need to do a Let's Eat for, and that place is on the list, and I cannot think what it is. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jeremy's wife works here, huh? Oh, that's what it was. Did you guys read? So yeah, that really wasn't true what I just said, because I didn't put them on the Let's Eat. It was somebody gave a review of Cheeseburger in Paradise. Did you guys happen to see that? Cheeseburger in Paradise. Yes, make sure you guys pay your doorman, Lucille. And I got another flag on your artwork for Lucille too, by the way. That it was depicting violence. The one where she has the spike collar and the brass knuckles and the leather jacket. That's the second one I've got. I banned the lady to do that twice like that. It was the same lady both times. She was just depicting violence and it goes against group rules. But did you see that review I was telling you guys about for Cheeseburger in Paradise? The guy had a glowing review. He said, I had bacon cheeseburger. It was like a $10, $12 burger or something like that. And they said the nachos. Did we? Oh, that's right, the Kalākaua pork. It was the, oh, come on. There's something, poke nachos. The poke nachos at Cheeseburger in Paradise. There's a guy who's done 2 reviews. I think it's the same guy that did the review on, the same review for Cuckoo Coconuts. But the burger was on a happy hour, and it was a burger for $10, and they charged $4 for bacon. He said, but it was worth it because they gave him a load of it. But it's one of the best burgers he says ever had in Waikiki. But they had poke nachos, and I've actually heard that about the nachos at Cheeseburger in Paradise. I mean, if you guys are really wanting to do it, I can go in there and do a Let's Eat. And I could bring Lucille. I'll do it in Cheeseburger in Paradise, but it's going to have to be a miraculous Phoenix rising from the ashes dish for them to get any kind of love from me. They're Kalākaua pork nachos, you said, Michelle? I'll try those. I could bring Lucille in Genius Lounge, so let me do that. Where would you guys like to go on the next? Give me some ideas on where you'd like to go for a Let's Eat, where you'd really like to go. Because I'll tell you, when I did that poll the other day, I said, which incentive would you like to get? Hands down, the gift cards. So I think you guys are kind of blown out or worn out on the catamaran and trolley passes, and you really like those restaurant gift cards. I mean, we're never going to stop with the passes for the catamaran and for the catamaran and the trolley, but I think the restaurants are really where you guys want to go. DK's, yeah. Guys, don't forget, not this Saturday, but by next Saturday, we got to get to 1,000 views on that first panel discussion. Make sure you go to YouTube, give it a like, give it a watch, give it a comment. Do that. Also, do that to this the panel discussion we did yesterday, man. I thought you guys were doing really well on the shares. You guys did terrible. Really, I shouldn't even be asking you to do any of those things because just your viewership is enough. But man, your likes were amazing. The number of comments were amazing, but the shares were lacking. No interest in beer in paradise? You mean cheeseburger in paradise? Outrigger Reef, what's that? Yeah, everyone needs to eat. Steve, by the way, you took the time to write out that note to me with your address and the gentleman's address for High Five. I had that in my pocket and it was actually sitting on my desk. I saw it yesterday right after I had asked you to send me their information. Good, Kathy. You guys have watched a couple of times. That's all I can ask. I appreciate it. It's really good you guys are doing it. Cheesecake Factory, then cheeseburger in paradise. All right. All right, Mary Kay, I appreciate that. I can see who's doing it, but I haven't checked really. To be honest, I've not checked who's standing out as who's been watching every day. So what are some restaurants you'd want to see? I agree. The trolley pass is hands down the best value. Absolutely hands down. And you know I love the catamaran, but the trolley. We're going to do a Panda Express just because I know so many of you don't like it. Oh, Outback Steakhouses, that's true Australian. You're right. I agree with you, Lance. No, I haven't tried Betty's Burgers yet. That's one we could do for sure. Or the HI Burgers, we could do that. I think I'm going to need to do Duke's again because people really like, you know, even though that's an obvious place, they like to see the food that comes out of there. They like the view, the location. It's just a real, yeah, Tommy Bahamas would be good. Liliha Bakery. I will do Loco Moco at Liliha Bakery any day, anytime. Yard House is another good one. Yeah, dang, I didn't even put that on the list. Duke's Breakfast Buffet for sure. I want to do that. Not on a Let's Eat top, but I've been there probably half a dozen times for food and sporting events. It may not, Mara, to be honest with you. I promise you the shares that are being reported to me are not the actual shares. I know that because we're getting like 300 likes, 200 likes, and like 19 shares, 20 shares. That's not. Skybox is good too. Skybox has got some really great French fries and their truffle fries, and they have a billionaire, I think it's called a Billionaire's Wagyu burger. And it's one of the biggest patties. I don't know if it's a heavier patty, but it's big. They make it maybe a little smaller in size this way, but it's super thick. So when you get it like medium rare, Lance, it's literally medium rare. When you get it medium, it's really medium. You know, it's not like when you have a thin patty and it's like a hit or miss. If you're over 30 seconds on the cook, the temperature goes crazy. Leahi, where's that, Wendy? Oh, yeah. Do you know, listen to this, guys, you're going to be mad I didn't do a Let's Eat there. Guess where I went the other night, and it was actually pretty darn good. I think in retrospect, it was better than what I was grading it as. But I went to Lulu's, and Lucille and I had their fish and chips. So I was being very Australian, very Aussie. It was all my Aussiness. Appetito, there's no chance I'll go to Appetitos. Oh no, I'll go to Appetitos. Yeah, I'll go to Appetitos. But I won't go to the place. What's the other place across the street there? I want to go back to, well, there's two things I want to tell you. Remind me about Waikiki Market in just a minute. But I went to Lulu's the other night, just on a whim, because I'd walked down to the, I wanted to test the polarizing filter at night, or at late afternoon. And so I came back and I was going to Lulu's and I had their fish and chips. It was really pretty good. It was really better than what I thought it was. And they say, actually, I don't know if this is something they just keep saying, but they say, a lot of Australians who come in here, they say this is their best fish and chips ever. But it was good sized fish and chips, and it was pretty good. I mean, I remember I told someone it wasn't that great, but I think I was maybe grading it a little bit too hard. The service was excellent. Yes, thank you, Wendy. Fire Grill. Screw that place. That place sucks. And I've given that place like 4 tries. It's been terrible every time. So, Waikiki Market. You've not heard me talk much about going into Waikiki Market for a couple reasons. Well, actually, for one reason. Their food quality has sucked lately. I don't mean it's been off a little bit. I don't mean it's been like hit and miss. I mean it's sucked. 2 times I gave it back to the lady. I didn't even. It was 2 things. One, the service was horrendous, and the food quality was terrible. So, but I want you guys to take this as it is. For the entire last 2 years or so, Waikiki Market has been top shelf, top notch, top for quality, top for taste, for the price. $17 or $16.95. You get a plate lunch with a protein, big scoops of rice, big rice, and then either mac cheese or kimchi or whatever you like. And it's been outstanding. You've heard me sing their praises. There is a girl or a lady, this horrible lady who works there, and why they keep her there, I have no idea. She must know the owner. But I've had run-ins with her, and you know me, I'm a super sweet, very congenial, very gregarious person. I said, "Hi, how you doing?" I said, "I'd like to have the pork ribs or whatever." And she says, "Okay, what would you like to have?" I said, "I'd like to have the pork ribs." She goes, "Okay," so she gets the right bowl. I said, "I'll have double brown rice and mac salad." I know this is going to sound so petty. Let's just say, "Okay, what type of rice?" I said, "Rice, 2 scoops of brown rice, and mac salad." And so she'll put 1 scoop in, and she goes over and she says, "Kimchi?" I said, "Ma'am, does mac salad sound like kimchi at all?" "No, mac salad." So she put some mac salad in there. I said, "Isn't that supposed to be 2 scoops of rice?" She goes, "Do you want 2 scoops?" I said, "Doesn't it come with 2 scoops?" She goes, "Yes." I said, "Yeah, 2 scoops." So she puts the other scoops in there. And I'll be very honest, I'm very spoiled, because if the girl behind the counter knows who I am, or the manager's there, they give me a lot of the pork ribs. So you're supposed to give you 4 of them. They give me like 6 or 7, right? And I don't care if they give me 4 or whatever. She gives me like 3. I said, "Aren't you supposed to get 4 of those?" She goes, "No, 3. I said, "I don't think so." She goes, "No, yeah." I said, "Ask that guy right back there." So the guy comes over and he says, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" So he just reaches over and puts like 2 more of the pieces on there for me. And so I said, "See, ma'am, when that's what it is I was looking for." I said, "I wanted you to at least acknowledge that, So she packs it up and I walk out. I happen to know the female manager there, and I walked out, and this wasn't the first time. This is like maybe the 4th time seriously that happened. I pulled her over. I said, "That lady, you guys have got to get her off that food station, because 1, it looks like crap. There's food all over the place. At 5 o'clock, that place should be spot on, because that's when the rush comes in. Everything should be filled up, and it's not. There's like, half mac salad, half rice. There's rice all over the place." And she goes, "Oh, really? I didn't notice that." I said, "Man, someone's got to be on that." I said, because honestly, I tell people about this place ad nauseum every week. And so this went on for like about a 2-3 month period, to where I used to go there, seriously, no kidding, 3 nights a week at least. 3 nights a week I'd go there for something. Their poke bowl, pick up a couple bagels, their chicken, or, poke side bowl for Lucille. I didn't go there for probably a month and a half, 2 months, other than to get a water or something. It was so bad. And so anyway, I don't know why I went on that rant about that place, but I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're coming here anytime soon and that's your experience, you have the same experience I do. That's, I'm having the same experience you are. But I told the manager, I literally told her this is exactly what I told her, unfiltered. I said, "Listen," I said, "I've been in the restaurant business. I know you need to keep certain people there." I said, "But that lady is the worst person you could have at that, because I've seen people that come in before me on the line and after. It is the worst experience. That lady has the worst attitude. She should not be in customer service. You need someone who can, one, understand English, and number two, care what the English is being spoken. And she doesn't. You know, I'm not saying fire her or whatever, but she can't be that person. That's your number one food station. So, there you go. Well, it's a couple things. It's one, it bothers me because I tell you guys about it, and then I go in there and it's like the most obvious things. So, appetito is good, Michelle said. Tanaka of Tokyo, yeah. Yeah, it's really disappointing because I used to love to go in there and get a plate lunch, go out there on that balcony. I'd get Lucille, they have like a little mini poke bowl like this, of the salmon poke with no onions, no pepper, no seasoning on top, but just a little fish oil. She loves it, and it's a bowl about that big around and about that tall, like that, for like $7. And it's big chunks of poke like that. I'm talking about Waikiki Market. But still, please go there, but just complain to the lady. If you may go there and have a great experience, but I can tell you, 5 of the last 6 have been horrible. And I've given the food back because the lady had such an attitude. I said, you know what, keep it. Well, you know, because I wanted them to be aware of it, and the lady knows, because I didn't just go to the manager and start bitching right out the top. I've talked to her many times, and I just told her, I said, listen, I said, the only reason I'm telling you this is because I want you guys to do good. I want you guys to do good, and I recommend you all the time. I want the people that I'm recommending to have a great experience. So what did you guys, I almost hesitate to say it. Do you guys want to go to Cheeseburger in Paradise? I almost say yes, because it's such a high profile place. But if you want me to do Cheeseburger in Paradise, type in a 1. If no, type in a 2, because there are a ton of other places to go to. I'd rather go back to Lulu's, maybe go to Cheesecake Factory if you want, which I don't want to go there. But there's so many other places I'd rather go than there. I want to go back to Paia Fish Market again for you. I went there probably 2 weeks ago. I just didn't want to stream when I went. Oh my God, really? Portobello fries is... Do they put that cheese on the top of it, Wendy? I didn't know they had that. Okay. Dang. There you go. I'll do that Lulu's, the fish and chips. I would do that again. I'd do that again in a heartbeat. Yeah, you know what? I think screw Cheeseburger in Paradise, man. People, I'd rather go back to Hula Grill, Duke's, Genius Lounge for sure. I'd rather go try Betty's Burgers. I'd rather try do Bonsai again. Yeah, it's just overrated. The guy that did the review last night, or today I should say, it was just pretty compelling. He was really really high on it, and he had a good time, which is great. I'm glad he did. Restaurants on Kapalulu? Yeah, we'll go to any of those. We can do any restaurant you guys want to do. The only thing is that it's if it's an yeah, I could do nicer restaurants. I just don't want to. Yeah, I could do any restaurant really. Lucille's been doing a lot better. I mean, I've never really wanted, I try to not, as bad as it may sound, I don't want to leave her alone. But I can do it now. I could leave her alone a couple hours at a time or an hour and a half at a time, long enough to do one. So I will, I can do that. Oh, Kailua, I want to go over there. There's a couple of barbecue places, Texas barbecue. What's that, Bubba's over there? Second lunch. Second lunch or second dinner? I think it's what's called second lunch or second dinner. Almost. Her face is on my hand. Oh, Monkey Pot. I'm not. Have we've done a Let's Eat at Monkey Pot, have we not? Guys, there is a very, 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 very real likelihood I'm going to the mainland in about a week. Very short notice. If I'm actually working right now, my agent is working right now on Lucille's blood work and rabies shots and all that, because I'm pretty sure I have to go. If I have to go, I'm going to be gone for like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The barbecue I would do is Chihu. Is the Chihu place, probably in Duke's Lane. No, I'm Dorothy. I'm being 100% serious. I'm not teasing. I really am. Wendy, what is it? Where's the Gargonzola? Are you talking still at Appetitos? Really? That's all that's there? Yeah, I think you're right, Lance. But I've been there a number of times. I went there with Shasta a couple times. I thought we live streamed it. Oh, you know what? No, we didn't, because the 2 times we went there to meet a friend of hers. That's right. I'm in a shipper shirt. I owe a shipping to. Oh, by the way, guys, you're the 3 people: Janet, John, and is it Diane? Diane Amara, who has the paintings come to him. I took care of that with Stephanie yesterday. And by the way, we're going to do a post on this, but you could use GTH10 for any discounts, or no, GTH20 on Stephanie's artwork, and I think free shipping over orders over $60. Yeah, I don't know if Janet's on here, but Janet, could you send me a message, DM, and just to me and to Terry? Actually, if you just send it to me, it'll be okay. And put the spelling of your granddaughter's name, or if one of you guys have it, just tell me what it is in a DM. And she's got a load of stuff coming for her, and she's got the turtle picture. She's got like a handful of stickers. She's going to write her a note. That's all coming at you. Name of the steakhouse across from Pacific Monarch. Oh, Highs? Yeah. See, things like Highs and DKs, I can't bring Lucille. Side Street Inn, I probably can't do that. Sweeties, I could do it. Oh, no, seafood. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. You said Kapahulu. God damn. And I read Kapahulu, and I even said Kapahulu, and I was thinking Kalākaua. Yeah, Diane, I'm sorry about that. Yep, you said it. I read it. I read it and said it completely wrong. So Stephanie did oh, you're welcome, Janet. Yeah. I was trying to think what it was, and I think I know what it is, but I don't want to say it, and I didn't want to tell her wrong. But I told her the whole story, and she's got all kinds of cool stickers, and she's going to write a note just to her, but I wanted her to spell her name right, you know. And give her like some artwork and all that kind of stuff. But I am serious. I mean, I'm not trying to make a big deal, but I am being serious. I will likely be on the mainland after 2 weeks for about 3 weeks. I'm not a big fan of Howtree, Cheryl, to be honest with you. I think there's so many other places in line ahead of that. I'd rather do it. Stephanie is a killer, man. Would you guys like to see her on an interview? I'm really excited about this, which actually makes this mainland trip kind of very inconvenient. But I have 3 people locked down, dead nuts, 100% lead pipe committed to do a host, not a host, but a guest. I'm not trying to make it sound like it's more than what it is, but a guest interview on the panel discussion. So they're going to be either on camera or like me, they're just going to have their avatar. One's a tour operator, one's a hotelier, and one's an artist type person. And they're going to talk, not artists, but like a entertainment host type person. And they're going to talk about living in Hawaii, what Hawaii means. I honestly think that these travel panels can really become something kind of cool. The first probably 6 or 8 or 10 are going to be not great like this last one. But I want to build it towards like a segmented show, a production, where we have like proper introductions. I mean, the intros I'm doing now are just BS. But I want to have like current events, what's happening in the next 60 days, the next 90 days, and do like a true interview with somebody, like a tour operator. Yes, Stephanie on the panel. Because I'd like to have her talk to you guys about why she does what she does. Have you seen her lay? Have you seen her lay series where it's just like lays that go up and around the panel? I think those are beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, John, for sure. Yeah. You guys are going to have a tough act to follow with Dana. Dana did such a great job. Really, really good job. There's a couple of people that I've just thrown the line out to, and I think once we get a couple people on, I'm not saying anything about me compared to someone else. That's not my point. But most of the shows, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, most of the shows or the interviews or podcasts that you see with Hawaiiana people or Hawaii people suck. They're so stupid. They're not stupid. They're so homogenized. Where did you grow up in Hawaii? How did you like this? Da, 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 da. And all those things are great and wonderful, but they don't get into like a conversational interview questions that gets them to pull out some really good information that you guys want to hear, that you guys want to know. You know what I mean? Because I've watched a ton of YouTube video interviews with people who are notable historians in Hawaii, and they just give them these softball questions and they don't lead them anywhere. They don't really help to tell the story. And I just think that I could do a better job. I think we together can do a better job in getting the information out and letting them share the story. So all we have to do is do 1 or 2 of those interviews, maybe one of those interviews, and show these other people, and I think they'll be lining up to do it. I really do. The lady that I was talking to you guys about, who's been the MC of a bunch of the parades, beautiful older lady, white hair, great singing voice. She has hierarchy. She's a Kanaka Mole. She has bloodline all the way back to like the King Kamehameha. She's just a wonderful lady to talk with. You guys may know who I'm talking about because I pointed her out a number of times when we see her. The problem is she doesn't do any interviews. She's like, what's your channel? And I said, well, they're going to Hawaii. We have 230,000 people and da-da-da-da-da. She's like, yeah, I don't really like doing those interviews. And it's just because they're stupid. They just do these innocuous questions and mundane this. If you take that interview and the last 10 that they've done, they're the exact same interview. I want to do something much cooler. I want to either put them in a place that's cooler, where we'll go out and do an interview at a location, in a park or by the ocean, or do something that's different. But that's what I want to do. And then I think getting interviews with only people that we want to see will be easy to do. I really want to do that. The guy, he's now the weatherman. Did you see that? Kamana Pila, Kamana. I think Kamana Pili is his name. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's the one guy who used to do the segment called Well Now You Know. His enunciation is incredible. Very, very good. Yeah, I was just trying this segment out. I think it went a little bit long, but here's what I want to do. I want to do the first segment, and we're going to have like little things that will come up on the screen. I'll create graphics for it, but it's just going to say going to Hawaii updates, and I'll have like contests, promotions, giveaways. And then it'll say what's happening in the next 60 days, and then we'll go over those like little. I think it's good to go over the upcoming trade shows, events, festivals, and things like that. Did you guys like that? I'm ignoring that, Linda. And then after that, we'll do things that are like upcoming streams, then we'll get into the panel. Yesterday's went a little bit long. It went 2 hours, but it didn't seem like we had a drop-off. So it seemed like you guys were interested in it. It was great that Janet came on. She talked about her experiences. I think that was wonderful. I didn't want to cut that short because the viewership was going up. So I didn't want to cut it short. But I want to try and keep those panels to like an hour, so they're short and sweet. But if it ends up that they're being 2 hours just because you guys like the content, then we'll definitely keep it up. I don't want to shorten it just to stay within an hour and turn it off. I want it to be very entertaining and informative to you. Yeah, we'll do the live stream of Made in Hawaii. I think this year I want to interview more people. I want to talk to more people that are there. The challenge that you run into is that they're so inundated with people. Ignoring that one too, Rick. The question should be to Godmother, when is she coming next? That's more of an important question. Any members ready to go? Michelle, you could come on anytime you want. Oh, really, Cheryl Mack? It's not the Hawaii Expo? Wow, I didn't know that. I will definitely do the Made in Hawaii. Oh my God, you guys are killing me on the merchandise. The merchandise and the website are closer now than they've ever been, I'll tell you that. And we're going to launch it to you guys first. I'll give you a private link for you guys to look at first. Tell me what you love about it, what you hate about it, what you want more of or less of, and then we're going to launch it. Lucille's given up on her happy hour food. Made in Hawaii is August 15th, 16th, 17th. How can I remember those when I can't remember names of hotels I've said 1,000 times? I don't know. I'm just teasing. It'll come up right out of the blue, I promise you. It'll be like, look at our GTH score, our GTH store. Yeah, I'm going to tell Lucille we had nachos while she was asleep. Trust me, this girl's nose and her ears Her eyes aren't great, but her nose and her ears are like possessed. She can hear everything and smell everything that goes on around her. Poor left-hand girl. Well, she'll get it when I go over to Sam's. She'll go over there, and her friend at the chicken counter will give her a piece of chicken for sure. She has a relationship with that chicken cooker. I want to talk to her about that, about Michelle doing some artwork for the. I'll tell you, one of the things we're definitely doing is we're taking that original artwork that Linda created. That's going to be one of the very first T-shirts that's offered. And we're also going to put that. We're trying to put some of that on a hat because I just think it's wonderful that it's the first thing ever done. She is a sad look. She's a sucker. She gives a sad look for everything. But just to make sure I'm really clear, I'm very serious about the going to the mainland in about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It's going to be it's going to happen in 2 to 3 weeks, if it's going to happen, and it's going to be for 2 to 3 weeks. And I'll know that in the coming days. The problem is Lucille's rabies and blood work. That's the problem. You're going to be there. Is that a for sure thing? Godmother will be there October 14th to 29th. I'll be reaching out to anyone who will be there for an informal meetup like last October when we had 18 people meet up. So just based on that, there's only 48 of you. So based on the 48 that are on here, how many of you are going to be here the last 2 weeks of October? 14 to 28. 14 to 29. Yeah, no kidding, Dorothy. I mean, I was wrecked. This trip is going to be a little different. I may not stay over in La Jolla if I really need to, but if I don't, then I'll just fly direct through to where I need to go from Hawaii. The bad part about it, to be very candid with you guys, as I always am, is Lucille's health. She's got that degenerative lung issue, and when you're under pressurized conditions in the airplane cabin, that could be detrimental. But I'm just Lucille and I have made a deal that if she's going to go, then she wants to be there with. I want her to be with me. I don't want to leave her. I will never leave her with the boarding company or my vet or anyone like that. I want her to be with me. So. I talk all stern about it, but I don't know what else I could do with that guy. Like that guy sitting next to me coughing like that. There's nothing else I could really do. You know, putting on a mask, it wouldn't have made any difference. He was coughing, hacking, snotting, slinging, spitting for 6 hours. A mask would have done nothing. No, she doesn't have an inhaler. Actually, some dogs do, but she doesn't have one. It's not. Michelle, that's why I'm going. All those things I can do with Lucille, she's got there's a little cup with an oxygen can. You can blast them in the face with it, but she doesn't need that. She's good. She gets to where her breathing's a little bit hard. I just take her outside. We go outside by the ocean. Walk her 2 blocks of the ocean, and it cures her. She just sits there and snorts up all that ocean water and the moisture in the air. That helps her so much. And I just hold her like this over the water, and she just sits there and breathes and breathes and breathes. Because what happens is she has shortness of breath. So when you wherever you take her, she's breathing. And if you put her over the water, there's that moisture. She breathes it in. It's like breathing in. Have you ever breathed in an inhaler that had salt water and like a humidifier? That's what I'm trying to say. A humidifier. That's what the ocean is. She's sucking that in with her big old fat nose, and it just stops her chronic breathing like that. Yeah. Nope, no one's gonna watch her. Guys, also just so you know too, I just noticed this. I thought it was on the 3rd floor, but that it's spelled Texas de Brazil, but it's pronounced Tejas Brazil. Is right over there. That's that really good Argentinian Brazilian steak place with the skewers. They come over and cut the steaks off on your table. That place is right there next door. So this area right around here has Olive Garden, California Pizza Kitchen, Tejas, Brazilian Steakhouse, Sugar Factory right over there. And the Emerald Garden, Diane, what's the name of the place? The really good Chinese restaurant. Yeah, but if she's going to die, she's going to die right there in the plane with me. So that's been our mutual agreement. Or she's just going to tough this out. This dog has been through 3 procedures that the vet said was going to kill her. Well, we'll live stream it, Jacqueline. If we do the get together, I mean, we will do a get together in October when Janet is here, whether it's like a truly official and whether how many people is going to be there, I don't know, but we definitely will live stream it. Wendy Silver, will you be here the 19th to the 28th of October? Yeah, I do. You're not supposed to. You can't fly first class with a dog, unfortunately. So you have to fly business class, and they sit under the seat in front of you. And the rules are very strict, especially on Hawaii and Alaska, that you can't bring them out. But every time I bring them out, the stewardesses have actually, picked her up and carried her and went up and down the aisle and have done some of their service, which they are for sure not allowed to do. Janet will tell you, they're not at all allowed to do that. Why am I going to die? I don't think I am, Tatiana. Yeah, that'd be cool, Lance. Not everyone. I say it like it's happened every time. It's only been one flight, 2 different stewardesses picked them up. But when I take her out of her little cage and put her on my lap, she sleeps the entire time anyway. Really? Oh my gosh. She's pouting now, look at her. With her feet, both feet on the side of her head. Right here and right here. Lucille, what are you mad about? Are you mad about no nachos or poke? You're gonna get some chicken. You get some chicken in a minute from your friend at Sam's. No? Are you mad? I'm good. Yeah. Do you bring the POS here, or do I give this to you?
I gotta take it.
Okay. Can you be very,
okay.
very, very careful? Yeah, thanks. You're such a whiner. She sees everybody getting nachos, poke tacos, nothing coming this way. We're gonna walk to Sam's right now. We'll get you a piece of chicken. Do you guys want to walk over to Sam's with us? You want to end it here? Yeah, she's a little pissed off. Huh? What's the matter? Why are you crybabying? Why are you whining? You did it?
Yes.
Look at you. Wow. What is it, Lucille? Look up here again. Hey, do that look again. She looked right. Cry baby. Why are you so upset? What are you mad about? No chicken? We'll get it. We'll go get it right now. Let's go get some chicken. All right, Lance, let's go. Let's go to Sam's. You stay here for a second, I'll get you out in a second. You know what's funny is there were people commenting about, just a couple, not many. I think you guys have all gotten used to me not being on camera, but they're like, it's so odd that he's not on camera, that you hear this voice but you don't see him. But I think it would be kind of funky now if I started just putting my fat face on the stupid camera and just talking. I think it would be odd now. I think you guys would, it'd be kind of an odd thing. Oh, here it is. So check this out this way. See how long that whole bandstand up there is where they do the music. So it's a lot different than like hotel stuff. What's going on, brother? It's a lot different than the hotels. That's what I was saying before I left. But they were talking about how it's odd that he's not on the stream. I think it'd be totally odd now if I started putting myself on there. Yeah, Mai Tais is a great little place. Let's see, what would be easier? Well, let me do this. Let me zigzag through the mall for you guys. Oh, this is Tejas here. Let me show you. Can you guys see that? Salad bar only is $39.99. All you can eat is $69.99, and you should smell it right now. I think she meant very lucky, Ruth. Wendy meant to say very lucky. Yeah, make sure my hair and makeup's done. Yeah, some of the times I'm sweating my face off and hair going everywhere, my hat's off, and I'm looking straight down on the camera, the worst angle you could possibly have. Why does he show his face? I think it just takes away so much, because you put a face with a name, and then you put your dumb face in front of it. Oh, hey, here I am. I'm at the such and such a lounge. I'm at the such and such place. I don't get it. They want to be the star of the show, and I want the exact opposite of that. There's the Lucky Strike, obviously, as the sign says. That's a bowling alley. They have games there. It's like Dave and Buster's, but on steroids. And then look at all the cool stores down there. Yeah, make sure you guys like and share. There's Macy's. Right up here is Target. We're going towards Kepiolani right now. Actually, I don't now. I trimmed it all the way down. No beard now. A goatee. I actually shaved it off completely a couple weeks ago. First time in like a long time. Yeah, Lucille's my nemesis. She's the one that gets recognized more than anyone. More than me. They go, that's got to be Lucille. That's got to be Lucille. This is probably not the best place for, well, it's not the best place for souvenirs, but if you want to do some shopping and buy some, there are some Hawaiiana type brands here, but just to come here and just kind of do a walk around, if you're here for like 10 days or so, it's nice. It's nice to come here. I mean, you're going to see the things that you normally see, like Macy's and Target, but they do have, I think Gucci, I think Louis Vuitton, Gucci, I don't think Chanel, but I think one of the other high-end luxury brands has items specific to Hawaii. I believe that's the case. And if they don't have it all the time, they definitely have it seasonally. Yeah, Lucille's for sure my my giveaway. I need to get her like a hat, glasses, mustache, like that disguise that Michelle gave her last time. Like make her look like a tourist with a little hula skirt and a lei and a bamboo hat, sunglasses. A big beer belly? Yeah, I do. As big as one as you can have, being 5'8", Tatiana. I've actually If you guys remember, I've drank more beer in the last probably 3 months than I have in years. I don't know why, just like longboard just tastes so good. I never bring it home, don't have it on. I've only had it probably a couple times. I haven't had it on stream. So, I mean, not that it's bad if you have it on your own, just have it. Have it when you want to, but I don't drink it a lot. I do need to get some pens while I'm here, but I may not. This time I may come by tomorrow. Do you want to come back tomorrow, Lucille, and get our pens? I just don't want it to be a big... Let's see, where would it be? I think it's over here. Nope. I think it's on the next aisle, next floor down. Man, I didn't know they had this much produce and mass merchandise in Target over here. Wow, this is bigger. This is a lot bigger than the one over in Waikiki. But I think if you're going to come to this far, wow, it is a lot bigger. Let's see if they have liver here, Lucille. This is a lot bigger than the Target in Waikiki. That's crazy. Get your snout out, Lucille. See if you smell liver. I'll bet you they have it. Man, that's crazy. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was. Breakfast sandwiches. Yeah, maybe not. All right, let's move on. It's I've drank more since I met Janet and Waikiki Wendy Silva, so figure that out. Come on. I wonder where the escalator is. Just need to go down the second floor, and we're on the third floor now. Right there. Wendy loves when I do that. Do. I think that's an old CNC Music Factory or CNC Music Factory song, I'm not sure. The pens are over there, but the pens that I want, they only have 2 in a package. And they're a little bit smaller than the ones I like, but I'll just order them off of Amazon. Same, buddy, same. I made you drink more, Waikiki Wendy Silva. Yeah, it's 3 floors. It's much bigger. This one is than the one in Waikiki. This dumps us right onto Kapiolani. There's Kapiolani right here. You guys remember now, this will give you all of your bearings right. Down there is Waikiki, the Hawaii Convention Center, and right there is Walmart and Sam's Club. And that's Ala Moana Mall, where we came from. We were up on the 3rd floor, up there. Came down Target. Oh, let's go. And this is the Renaissance. That first building right there is the Renaissance Hotel, and the next one next to it is the Renaissance Residence that has the balconies on it. We've gone in that hotel a couple of times, the lobby area there. What time is it now? It's like 5, maybe 4 o'clock. Yeah, this is rush hour. This will be busy. Probably not. I think a lot of the businesses have already gone home. But the traffic is quite... It may not be bad for some of the other people, but for Honolulu, this is busy. Oh, shut up, Wendy. That's not true. Why do you carry that stainless steel flask with you all the time? It's embarrassing when you bring it to pull it out. Before we even get drinks at dinner, you're sucking down that flask a little bit. I probably shouldn't say that. That's true. So this place right here had one of the highest ratings on a Frolic. You remember, you know, the website called Frolic. It's a part of Honolulu magazine or Hawaii magazine. I don't remember. This had one of the highest reviews. This Honolulu hot pot hale. So that's just Honolulu hot pot house is what that means. But that's a hot pot, and it's like, I don't know if their hours are. You'd think they'd be open now, but man, I'm telling you, it is crazy that they're closed so many times when I come by here. Sometimes they're open during the day, sometimes they're not, but it's just crazy. Yeah, the traffic's not really that bad. All right, let me ding dong. Man, if I weren't on stream, I would be so different. When I'm walking this way, I'm crowding this part of the sidewalk, but they continue to walk on the wrong side, right towards you. I move out of the way because I don't want to cause an issue with you guys, but normally I just walk right into them. Especially if they're looking down. If there's someone, it happened to a Japanese guy the other day. He's like walking with his head straight down. He's walking and he almost ran into some people like up the way. I said, I'm not going to walk out of the way. So I'm walking on this side, on this far side of the sidewalk, and I ran right into the guy. But I said, boo, right before I hit him. About took him off his feet. Everybody's like jumping out of his way just because he was being disrespectful, not even paying attention. Look at all these residential buildings. Almost all of those. There's only a couple hotels. That's a hotel. I think there's another pink hotel right on the other side over there, but all that's residential buildings. See, Wendy, all these buildings you can stay at. That place right there. So many opportunities over here in Honolulu. I would hate for you to relegate yourself to just Waikiki. Terrible weather, crime-ridden Waikiki. And look at all these good places you can eat. The Royal Noodle Boat, the Subway. You guys like this ding dong right there riding the sidewalk on his scooter for you. Cracking Cajun chicken. And all the restaurants all along Kapiolani. Probably an Aussie. Yeah, maybe so. All right, guys, that's it. Let's do it. 4 L's. Here's Lucille. Look at her eyes now. She's all bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. What are you excited about? Are you so excited because you got your chicken boyfriend in there? Gonna have some chicken, you think? Piece of fat or something? Something really bad for you? I just want to show you this. See that guy right there? They just rode that bike right there. He zigged right inside of this, on the outside of that guy. And this guy just walked past me just now. I had to get out of his way. That seems so unimportant, but oh my goodness, how disrespectful. All right, 4Ls, 4Ls, 4Ls. Hopefully you laugh, learn, love, like the stream. Like it, share it, like it, share it. Would appreciate it. Lucille, give him a kiss one time. There you go. If it's your first stream, hopefully it's not your last. If it's your last stream, hopefully it's not your last. And know that I love and appreciate every second, every minute, every hour, every day. You let me show you all of this, all of that. Ala Moana Mall, walking from Waikiki, all that stuff. I appreciate it. Make sure you share it. Share it, share it. Aloha.